get were probably as big a deal or more of a big deal than the people that were running behind them. Anybody remember Orlandis Gary? Good, me neither. Anybody remember Mike Brown? Good, me neither. There was a third guy too after Terrell Davis. There was like a third dude that like everybody just ran for 1,000 yards, and then here come Clinton Portis. Then it was like, okay, we got all these nobodies out the way. Bring in Clinton, do something magical. So there was like Terrell Davis, which, by the way, who was pretty much a nobody too. If we want to keep it real, out of Long Beach, went to Georgia, then went to Long Beach, 6th-round pick or something like that. Went for 2 G's behind that line in that system. Like, I don't give Mike Shanahan credit for anything but that. Like, I think he's a turd. But he's the first person to realize, whatever, these dudes are just running backs. Put somebody back there with a 30-something number on and give me some dudes up front that can block and watch it work. And it did. So right now, Todd Gurley, you're welcome. You and Melvin Gordon and all these dudes who people are pumping up to say, yeah, he can go in the first round. If you a fool. Only if you a fool. Anyway, back to we're on the NBA, but I just kind of veered off and did that whole little thing.
But before you get back, and you mentioned beast mode, dude, what's so awesome about this guy? He rides around with velvet ropes in the trunk. And when he parks the Lambo on the street, he pulls out the velvet ropes, dude. Velvet ropes off the Lambo, man.
The dude is a character, man. He's a funny guy, man. Like, if you go back to his college days, this dude used to go get the golf cart, like the security cart, the little golf cart, and just ride like ghost whip it. What they say in Oakland? Ghost ride the whip.
Ghost ride the whip
around the field, dude. While people are walking, he's riding the golf cart, like leaning, like 3-wheel motion in the golf. He's a nut, man.
Yeah.
But just because
you seen that video, you seen the video of him in high school, like after the football game, and he was like, I don't know where I'm gonna get the money from. I got to get some money because I got to take my line to Sizzler.
Yeah, he's ridiculous, man. Like he did this little short movie of him just riding through the hood in Oakland, going to get his grill done, his gold teeth from the little Chinese dude. It's like, man, he's a funny guy, man. But just because he don't want to show y'all, so yeah, who the hell are you?
He do it for the hood.
Yeah, he's good. I'm all about it. Whatever. You want to find this dude $100,000, $1 million, whatever. Yeah, Jay-Z said it best. I'm overcharging N-words for what they did to the Cold Crush. He got it all back. So there.
Hey, his girl bad too, guy. I don't know if you seen his girl.
Oh, dog.
Boy, his girl.
It's the part of the show where Creepy Rob Lowe comes out.
I guess every shot Creepy Rob Lowe gonna have to make his appearance.
He really doesn't, but
she got a little Asian in her, dog.
Well, of course.
She got a little Asian in her. The picture I'm looking at her right now, she has on the female 24 jersey.
This is really happening.
And she has, this is where it starts to get ratchet. She has what looks like a 45 handgun tattooed on her waistline.
Why do you act surprised?
She has on these,
you just told me who woman.
She has on these.
Wait a minute, you just told me who woman it was. Why are you acting surprised?
But she has on these panties, and it looks like she has a gat. like she got a gat in her drawers. This is unbelievable.
That sound about right to me. Yeah, all that sound about right to me. That's Marshawn lady. All that sounds perfectly acceptable to me.
Unbelievable.
Hey, back to the world of the NFL. Speaking of LeBron James, his shoe sales are now at $340 million. Yeah, $340 million for LeBron, number one in the NBA right now. Kevin Durant is a far second. And everyone else on the list is Nike, a Nike client as well, except for the injured Derrick Rose, who we mentioned earlier. Tom Thibodeau says is quote unquote ahead of schedule. Talk about foolery. I don't even know what category to put this in. If I wanted to put it in the NCAA hoes category, and that's actually how I have it in my notes. In case, ladies and gentlemen, you don't believe me, it says NCAA hoes, and then whatever I want to talk about under it. But I didn't. I put this in the NBA because, for whatever reason, somebody decided to write about this, that Larry Brown seems to think that the University of Kentucky could make the Eastern Conference playoffs in the NBA. Larry. What's Larry? Larry Brown's like almost 80, dude. Did you know that? That dude is like 76 years old. It's like, all right, Grandpa, Stop talking to people now. You're embarrassing everyone else. The University of Kentucky. You understand? Like, here's what you got to understand about the University of Kentucky. They have no All-Americans on their team. That doesn't mean that they don't have All-American type caliber players. But let's just understand, for the sake of argument, they don't have any All-Americans on their team. Who's the worst team in the league right now? The Knicks?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Knicks just beat the Spurs last night. So there's that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, Popovich was all pissed off about it, like, oh, fake pissed off Popovich. You ain't really mad, dude. It happens. It's the NBA. Whatever. But yeah, this whole thing about, people used to be like, yeah, the Alabama could beat the Jaguars. Here's what you don't understand.
Yeah.
You're talking about grown men with children and pride.
Grown-ass men.
Right.
Yes.
There's no way a bunch of kids are going to come out there and beat these adults with mortgages and businesses and wives and all this kind of... No, it sounds good. When Spurrier says that kind of stuff, it sounds good. And Larry Brown's like where he's off his meds and decides to say, you know what'll happen? University of Kentucky can beat... No. No. And no.
No.
Speaking of playoffs, Hawks take on the Warriors tonight out in what do they call that place out there in San Francisco?
I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, it's called something. Because I remember when
I
remember when they made that little playoff run when they beat the Mavericks. And you want to see something nasty? One of the most illest things ever. Just YouTube that Baron Davis dunk. It ain't even necessarily. Well, it is the dunk. Let me not say it's not the dunk. It is the dunk. He just boomed on somebody. It was so gross. He just started getting naked on the court. He just started like peeling his jersey.
Right.
It's one of the illest things I ever seen in life. Yeah, the Oracle. Thank you.
Oracle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the illest things I've ever seen. Because like Steven Jackson was on that damn team. There was a bunch of ratchet dudes on that team. They didn't want to do nothing but run up and down the court and shoot threes every time. And they messed around and beat the Mavericks like 8-1. The 8-1 victory there. AC beating the 1 seed. So yeah, if you want to ever get a kick out of anything, you see people getting dunked on. Speaking of, some big Chinese dude dunked on my man Steph Marbury, man, in China. Have you seen that HBO Real Sports on him? That dude is a king in China.
Steph?
Yes, Steph is a king in China. They love him. The Starberries, the shoes.
Yeah, he got a statue. Statue.
All of that.
There,
like he is Michael Jordan in China, dude. Like the Starberry stuff that went like bankrupt here in America. No. No. Them Chinese folks are buying them Starberries up. You understand me? Steph done won him a championship over there. That man said he's never coming back. Period. It's done. He's like, I'm good. I'm over here. Got my lady over here with me. These Chinese folks love me. I'm starting to learn the language a little bit. Food ain't that bad anymore. Yep, I'm never coming back. Cause that dude was about to die almost, man. It's like he was so depressed, man. That dude was about to like do something to himself.
You remember that crazy stuff he was doing on like social media, like
crying and stuff. Yeah, all that stuff was on there. Man. Yeah, man. Steph was in a bad place, man. Like when I saw that, I just started feeling happy for him. Like, man, you know my theory, man. Happiness is a commodity, man. If you can find it, that dude found his in China. By all means, my man. I'm loving it. If you liking it, I'm loving it. Cause that dude was in a bad place, and he had to go halfway around the world to find some happiness. And the only thing about it, though, man, kind of the sad part about it is that you realize how much he attaches his happiness to the acceptance of others. You know what I mean? It's like, because eventually, we just talked about it. Eventually, man, that crowd's gonna stop. It's gonna stop cheering. You know what I mean? What's the next chapter for you? You know, even with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like you always kind of get on me about how big of a Jordan fan I was as a kid. But that was Michael Jordan, the player. Like, I could give a damn about Michael Jordan now, to be honest with you. I could care less. You know what I mean? It's compartmentalized. I'm like that with a lot of people. I love Deion Sanders as a player. I hate Deion Sanders as an analyst. See? Compartmentalized, purely. Warren Sapp, another dude. You tell me Warren Sapp's about to play, I'm going to turn the TV on immediately. You tell me Warren Sapp's about to speak, I'm turning it off immediately. Same deal. Same dude. Two different capacities. So with that whole Stephon Marbury thing, it's just kind of rocky, man, because it's going to end again. The same way it ended here in the States, it's going to end again. Maybe not as bad because Steph got a lot of flack for a lot of things. A lot of it he brought on himself. But he got a lot of flack for a lot of things, man. A lot of pressure was put on that dude, especially when he went back home to try to play in New York. But I guess the reason I brought him up in the first place, this big Chinese dude, this 7'1" Chinese dude, just yoked on him, and it's almost so funny. It's like it's not even a real thing that's happening because you don't expect it. These Chinese dudes like mean mugging and pounding their chest like like LeBron and all this kind of stuff. Like what the hell is he doing? He's from China. What do you know about that? But the world's a lot smaller place now, and everyone knows everything. Back to what I'm saying here about the NBA. The Hawks take on the Warriors tonight at the Oracle. I have to remember that. Klay Thompson gone for a couple games with an ankle. Kyle Korver gone a couple games with the nose. A lot of people are saying this is a possible, because of the records, a possible NBA Finals preview. The more and more I look at this playoff picture, like people like are down in the East, like the Eastern Conference playoffs, boo. They're gonna be better than people think. That's my current feeling. And these playoffs,
I hope so.
I think they're gonna be a lot more competitive. And the whole thing about us just thinking, especially down on this part of town or part of the country, that the Atlanta Hawks are going to have this epic meeting with the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nah, because see, that Bulls team is going to get healthy. Like that knee injury, we saw Derrick Rose grab his knee and felt like, oh my God, again? Not really. Go in there, clean up a little meniscus, maybe take it out. Boom, back in 4 weeks. Jimmy Butler's back. Taj Gibson will be back. Hopefully by that time, Joe Kim will be off this minutes restriction thing that he's on and be able to play a full game or play his regular allotted minutes. Pau Gasol's going to do Pau Gasol's thing. That's going to be that's going to be a thing. No one's playing better than the Indiana Pacers right now. Oh God, did you see what George Hill did to Lou Williams the other night? Oh, he did a Tim Hardaway on him. Like he hit him with this hezzy and his crossover, and then Lou was on his ass before you knew it. He was sitting down. Yeah, he was sitting down on the court. I was like, what the hell just happened? And because the internet is so ignorant, it wasn't like you could just see it once, like somebody vined it, so it just kept going over and over again. Right. Yeah, Lou. It was so terrible. But yeah, the Indiana Pacers are playing some hellified ball. Then I happened to open up, my little app today, and for some reason, I don't know, because I'm not even looking at it right now. The playoff picture, are the Celtics jumping back into the picture? What the hell is happening? Like people are saying, the Celtics who refuse to tank are looking for a playoff spot. What? What's happening right now? Have I just not been paying attention? Because the last time I checked, it was like Charlotte and New Jersey and Miami.
I'll say that the bottom. No, what's going on, man, is that down at the bottom, like these dudes are really just flipping back and forth. I mean, that's how Cleveland, quietly ascended back up to where are they now? Second.
Yeah, they said
right behind the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah,
like that's how they were able to do it because everybody else keeps flip flopping. You had Charlotte and Brooklyn were right there at 8 and 9 at one point. And then you had Indiana slid in there. And then, Miami had been in the mix. Then Milwaukee, kind of like out of nowhere, started. I mean, it's been crazy. If the playoffs, the Eastern Conference playoffs, or anything like these standings have been over the past 2 or 3 weeks, then I would have to agree with you and say that it's shaping up to be something special.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. The entire playoffs is gonna be good, man. I just hope I can stay up and catch those Western Conference games because
you do realize that 3 of these teams have the same exact record.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you have to pay attention
Indiana,
every day.
Miami, and Boston.
Yeah, I'm not really up for paying attention to standings every day in the NBA. You know what I mean? It really, I mean, it was a thing when the Hawks were like battling for that 8th spot, but they're pretty secure in that number 1. So
right.
no real need for me to check every day. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna start checking every day because I think I owe it to the people who listen to these podcasts to at least halfway know what the hell it is I'm talking about. Now this just like kind of like this is